Everyone, I hope you are doing good. I hope you are doing great. Now it's a spring break, so I'm actually chilling and having lots of fun because it is Persian New Year. I mean, it's close to Persian New Year, and like almost every day we do have a ceremony, like a Persian ceremony. Like last night, it was Chaharshanbe Suri, which means the last Wednesday of the year, and we're gonna actually set big bonfires and we're gonna jump over them and wishing ourselves and our family member to have a healthy new year and ask God or I mean Persian gods actually. I mean it's not Persian gods, but like it's just some sort of I don't know spiritual power out there. We're just asking them to just give us a healthy body and also like being mentally healthy, psychosocially healthy, health psychology all the aspects of health by WHO. But yeah, the point is my voice is just a bit gone because I was just wishing a lot for all of my friends and family members to just be healthy and all that. So I was yelling all the way. Actually, I can just show you the video. I guess I have it somewhere before starting the lecture. Well, where is that? Because like today I'm going to talk about health psychology. Yeah, it's here. Yeah, this is actually me jumping over fires. Um, yes, it's here. So this is the actually bonfire, like you can see, and this is me. I'm jumping. I'm jumping, and here I'm just saying yes because I jumped very good. Like every year I'm getting better. So I'm just very proud of myself because like in the beginning I used to just burn my clothes all the way. But like nowadays I guess they are just like the authorities they are getting more cautious. They are not setting like big bonfire. It's just kind of rational ones. Like it wouldn't hurt you. It would just be fun. But like back in Iran, people they are doing like all the crazy stuff, seriously. Like they are just using like all those materials that gonna be very dangerous and making a lot of crazy sounds and all that. But like now it's just getting more I would say standard. It's not bad. It's gonna be kind of close to 4th of July here. But I would say just more fun because we do have a lot of good food. I mean, 4th of July has a lot of good food as well. But yeah, I have both of them because I'm just Persian and I'm living here. So I have 4th of July and I do have Chasham Misri. So yeah, that's about me. So now let's talk about the final project. I wouldn't talk a lot about Persian ceremony, but you can just email and ask me. Well, so today we're gonna talk about your final project. I am getting so many, I mean, not so many, but I got one comment from a student in the midterm evaluation. They were just kind of stressed about final projects. So I thought I gonna put up the video like a bit closer to the deadline that is supposed to release the video because we do have a week dedicated to the final project lecture. And you do have a quiz in which you're gonna check the material like every chapter and you're gonna take that quiz based on your final project material. But I'm actually releasing the video a bit like 2 weeks early. So this way, some of you guys who are stressed, at least you can just check the material and just see it is not something crazy. So hopefully you can just have less stress. I'm just trying to just reduce one of the factors that can give you some extra anxiety. So, but you do not necessarily need to just check it by the day that I'm just releasing the video. You can just check it based on your syllabus, which is gonna be, I guess, April 1st. The video actually should be checked by April 1st, but I'm actually releasing that by March, I guess, 16. Like it's gonna be next Monday, I guess. But yeah, so let me show you. So far, I literally said that my aim for this class, which you don't have any exams, your quiz is just timeless. You do have like 2 attempts to do that. And you can just literally check your book, your note. It's just very chill. We all know that. I know there are some conceptual questions in your quiz that, I mean, that makes you a bit, concerned, but it's just part of the game because, I mean, it's just open book. Yeah. My aim for this course was making science practical, and I guess I reached that. a little, because like I'm getting questions from you about your quiz questions, which makes me very happy. And based on the evaluation, I feel like you are taking the course very seriously, partially because of your quiz, but another way, probably my lectures, they're just very interesting, so you like it. I mean, so many of you mentioned that in the evaluation, which makes me very happy. But I also want to make science understandable for everyone out there. For example, if you know something from this course, I want you to just explain it in simple words for your family members, for your friends, or if we all are chit-chatting a lot, right? So if someone, they are just coming to you with a specific question, at least you can just listen to them in a good way, and you can just give them some simple CBT or ACT, or I don't know, some other solution that could just help them. So this is the whole aim of your final project. For your final project, you do have 4 different options, and the options actually, they are just designated for everyone. Like even for someone who has like lower literacy, like digital literacy, versus someone who is just tech savvy. They know a lot about technology. I'll give you a minute to just go through every option. I'm gonna sip a tea, but yeah. So for option number 1, we're going to use some health tracking apps like MyFitnessPal or Strava or Fitbit, or if you have Apple Watch, you are good to go. So basically, I'm going to talk more about this, but for option 2, you can use some chat-based or chatbot therapy. I'm going to introduce one which is just like very user-friendly and easy. Option 3 is just using VR or virtual reality, like that sort of crazy MetaQuest or whatever VR do you have, it might work. And the last option gonna be WebEx or Zoom interview. You're gonna apply CBT or ACT or whatever that is applicable for that online situation. For all of the options, I mean, you're gonna only choose one of them, but for all of the options, you have to write down a 250 words essay explaining your work. Like literally, you're gonna mention what you are doing here, and you're gonna have a conclusion part, plus the limitation of the option that you were just doing, and the limitation of your work, what you should just do next time, or what you didn't address, like the way it should be addressed in your work, or what you should just add this time if you want to do that again. You're going to submit documentation for that. For example, you're going to have some specific documentation of your work. If you are using health tracking app, you're going to do a screenshot. If you are doing expressive writing, which you have to do, I'm going to tell you, you have to just submit your daily journaling for me and all that. And the last one, and I would say the most important one, is uploading a 2-minute video. It's gonna be the same video, but it should be uploaded in 2 platforms. Number 1 gonna be TikTok, number 2 gonna be YouTube. I'm gonna give you my address, I mean my handle for them. Also, more instruction, because there should be a specific hashtags, preview page, and all that. All of these criteria, they have to follow APA 7, especially the first one. For your essay, you have to go through the whole APA 7, and I'm a bit concerned about that because based on your discussion one, I guess there were like a handful of students that they know about APA 7. Yet I put down different links for you. I literally said that, hey, I mean, based on my understanding, all you done for your discussion, it was like citing your book, majority of you. But I mean, most of the citation, it was wrong. All you needed to do to just open your book and see the citation, but like no one did that. So it is very concerning. Or I could see a lot of grammatical mistakes, typos, and all that. It shouldn't be like that. You have to just make sure you know about APA 7, because this is a pure psychology course. And if you would be graduated with this course without knowing APA, or if you would be graduated from psychology this semester without knowing APA 7 is just very concerning, seriously. So just try to understand APA 7, at least for the citation that you're going to use for this course, because I'm very serious about that. So Now let's talk about option one. I literally said that all you need to do is just using health tracking apps. Number one gonna be, you can choose one of them or you can just incorporate both of them. It's just totally up to you and the goal that you're gonna set for your final project. But you can use a Strava or MyFitnessPal. For Strava, you're gonna literally download it from here, just copy and paste this and download for your smartphone, Android and iPhone, just same. And also, if you don't have a smartphone, you can just use this link and just use the browser to just use a Strava. Just very easy. For MyFitnessPal, again, just same. It is again this website, copy and paste, download the app. If you don't have a smartphone, you can literally use the browser. So, there is no excuse about this option. It's just very easy. So I'm hoping I wouldn't see a question in my email asking, hey, I don't have a smartphone. If you don't have it, you probably have a tablet or a computer that you can just log in. If you don't have a computer, I'm not sure how you could just watch my video. But long story short, you can just go to campus, use the library, or find a way for doing that because it is a necessity for your final project. So no excuse would be accepted for this one. For option number one, you're gonna actually set a goal or explain the issue that you have or you would aim to just resolve it and how you're gonna wish to tackle that issue in your life. For example, I want to be more active physically. Okay, we actually had a discussion post in the beginning of the course. I was just asking you, what is your resolution for the new year? Majority of you, majority of you said that, oh, I want to be physically more active. This is the time for doing that, okay? If you haven't done that already. So you're going to set a goal, for example, 10 minutes walk every day. If you are taking the trash out, you're going to use your legs to just walk to the garbage. Dumpster actually. So you're gonna use a Strava to record that 10 minutes every day. So you're gonna take a screenshot of your everyday activity and you're gonna submit as your documentation. Every time you're gonna log in to a Strava, you're gonna like that 10 minutes, you're gonna write down an expressive writing for each day. It can be a couple of sentences, literally, yeah, for example, in the beginning, day one, you're going to say that, yeah, today I feel like that. I'm very hopeful to just fulfill my goal for 5 days. The limit's going to be 5 days at least, but you can just go until 7 days or more if you wish to. But I wouldn't accept any submission less than 5 days because we cannot do a conclusion with activities less than 5 days. So for day one, you want to talk more about your goal, about your feeling, your thoughts. But for the next days, you can be concise. You can just go 1 or 2 sentences for every day. Yes, today, for example, I did that, and I'm so happy that I did that. I feel like it helps me with this and that. But for example, I feel like I should just add this and that, like something like that. Okay. But for the last day, like after finishing that period, like 5 or 7 days, you're gonna explain how you were doing during that time and how it impacted your well-being and address your problem. For example, you wanted to just have more physical activity. In your essay, you're gonna use those writings like journaling for every day and also journaling in your day one. And you're gonna actually address different questions. For example, you're gonna say that what else you could actually add to your plan to just enhance it, to just improve the plan. What went wrong? What part was the best? What you could just continue if you want to continue that plan as a goal, for example, instead of just 7 days for the aim of final project, whether you want to just do that more and more, as a like daily activity for like 5 times per week or something like that. It's just up to you. So having physical activity is just one of them. Another way is just using MyFitnessPal, for example, just saying that, oh, I'm going to do meal prep every day for 5 days that I'm going to school. So I wouldn't just do Chick-fil-A every day. I'm having my meal prep, so this can just help me to just have a healthy diet or something like that. So you can just log in again to MyFitnessPal add your nutritions and just calculate your calorie intake and just see how it goes. Because like it literally give you a number for your daily intake. So you can just make a plan based on your gender, height, weight, and so on. Another problem can be, another issue you want to address can be losing some weight. Again, you can use a Strava as physical activity, or you can just use MyFitnessPal to just go on a diet for just 5 days or whatever you want to do. If you want to just gain some weight, you can just again use MyFitnessPal. So this is the whole aim of the project. I hope you would just understand it. But again, if you have like any questions, you can just get back to me and just ask me your questions. But do that before your due date, deadline. If you would just do that 2 days before that, I literally wouldn't answer your questions because it wouldn't make sense. You have to do that for 5 days. And if you are just asking me questions 2 days before that, it means like you're gonna write down something. That is not true, right? So don't do that. Ask me your questions in advance. Option number 2, using chat-based therapy. I would suggest using Visa. It's good chatbot therapy. Based on the current AI, it's a good one. You can literally download it from here. I guess it does have a version for iPhone and Android. I do have iPhone, but I do have it on my Windows laptop as well. So if you have a laptop, you can just log into the laptop and do this option. If you couldn't download that, that's fine. You can go with option 1 or another option that we have. But yeah, use Visa app. If you have any other chat-based therapy app that you feel like it can fulfill the aim of the project, you can email me and sending the link. I can check the app and I can give you the green light. Otherwise, please don't do that by yourself. For example, going for an app without asking my permission, because like it might not actually be related to the aim of health psychology. So you will actually try a specific problem, like a minor one, such as, for example, anxiety, stress, depression, work-life balance, anorexia, or like whatever problem that you might have. You're gonna ask the chatbot and it gives you some sort of suggestions. You will try the suggestion, you will apply it for the period of 5 to 7 days again. Again, same as the option number 1, on the very first day, you will set a specific goal and explain your exact problem. Every day you're gonna do expressive writing or journaling, and you're gonna say that how Visa or chatbot or the solution that it gives you can just help you or just not helping you. It's okay if it's not helping you. On the very last day, you're gonna write a conclusion on how these 5 to 7 days were and how do you feel in general, and whether Visa or the chatbot that you are using actually addressing your problem. You will gonna discuss at the end the limitation of AI or chatbot in different ways, and you're gonna mention that how we could just improve a chatbot, how we can just make a better chatbot, and how it can just help you. Oh, I do have it. Like, I actually did it myself, to be honest. I just wanted to see if it works or not. So let's just watch it here together. Okay, I have it here. So like you can see, you're gonna open the app and it's gonna come up with just some sort of, greeting and all that. And all you need to do, just pointing out a problem. I said anxiety. So it's gonna answer you. And it's gonna give you some sort of compliment, I don't know, good greeting. And then you're gonna answer some questions. Like they're gonna be, for me, it was 16 questions. I'm not sure about you. But yeah, for example, it's gonna ask you so many questions, which I'm gonna fast forwarding because I just want to show you the result. So then after asking those questions, based on the result, it's gonna give you some solution that's probably gonna help you. And it's gonna ask you how many time you want to dedicate every day. I said 5 minutes. 5 minutes is good for you, but if you want to go more, that's fine with me. And it's gonna ask you for setting a time. and so on. That is all. I actually put down the video for you here, so you can just check it on your own pace to just see if you have any questions. But again, if you had a question, you can just reach out to me. So for option number 3, it's just a bit more for tech savvies, and I'm just very excited about that. I'm hoping someone would go for this option, and if so, I guess I told you, but they're gonna be extra credit for your final project for those people who are just very creative. They actually exceeded my expectation for the project. Their work is just very good. So I hope someone would just go for option 3. If you would just choose that, I would be very biased about grading, I mean, in a good way, in a positive way, about grading your final project. Seriously, go for this option. It is crazy good. You're gonna use VR, virtual reality, and you're gonna do like different work, but two options that I'm giving you are just doing exposure therapy. Exposure therapy is just something that we're gonna use for phobia or OCD or like something like that. Basically, you're gonna put the VR and you're gonna expose the person who has phobia about, for example, a specific phenomena. For example, some people, they are just phobic about spider. So you're gonna just expose them virtually to a giant spider. So this way, you're gonna just do that like based on different dose every day. But I'm gonna ask you to do that like 3 times for maybe like 5 minutes and see how it goes. And you're gonna write down your observation. You can ask your friends or a family member to just do a role play if you don't have anyone phobic around yourself, to just follow the step correctly. But make sure you do have a script, a scenario for that. Like it has to be based on a scenario. It shouldn't be like someone who is just doing nothing during that exposure. Just know about exposure therapy. You can just Google knowing more about that and write a scenario and ask someone or yourself to just play that scenario. It's gonna be very interesting. Another way of doing that is using CBT for a specific problem. One example might be someone who has communication barrier. They cannot express their problem clearly to people. So basically, they are avoiding social interactions because they are just shy. So they can just virtually expose them to crowd and help them to just reduce their anxiety level, social anxiety. Or some people, they are just kind of afraid of public speaking. You can just put them in a virtual crowd and just ask them to do a lecture or just do some crazy stuff about that. I feel like it's very interesting. Or if you have like any other idea, just email me, mention your idea. We can just have a one-to-one meeting and we can just, tweak your idea and just make it better and better. I'm very excited about this one. But again, it is not for everyone because you need to have the VR to just conduct that session. So for option 3, you're gonna write down the patient's thoughts in the beginning of the session, and you're gonna observe the procedure. You're gonna write down the result, the thought, feeling after the session, and you're gonna write a conclusion after the whole procedure, and how VR can just help psychology in general. VR can help a lot psychology, seriously, especially nowadays that everything is just going virtual. But option 4, it's just very easy for someone who is not very good with tech or feeling uncomfortable with other options. You can just simply open WebEx. WebEx is just supported by GSU. So this is the link for doing that. Just copy and paste it. You can do Zoom as well if you prefer Zoom, but they are the only 2 options that I'm giving you. Don't do any other softwares without asking me. I prefer WebEx because it's just based on GSU. It is free for you. Do WebEx, okay? Um, for this option, you're gonna find a problem. For example, low self-esteem, stress, depression, bad diet, whatever you prefer based on your book. You're gonna ask a friend to join to that session. It's gonna be probably 15 minutes. Again, you should have a scenario for doing that because you're gonna apply CBT or ACT, you're gonna do self-monitoring and all that, and you're gonna suggest them to do that. Like literally, you're gonna go through your book and just see how CBT goes. And you're gonna, first of all, you're gonna ask them, hey, how are you? I'm your therapist, like kind of role play. You're gonna ask them about their problem, and based on their problem, you're gonna tell them about CBT. And you're gonna talk about every step of CBT. So if they said, for example, my problem is bad diet, you're gonna actually talk about CBT, and you're gonna say, yeah, let's do, for example, this step first, then comes this one and the other one, and so on. If you wanna do ACT, you're gonna act based on, actually act ACT session. So you're gonna go for either CBT or ACT. You're not gonna do them both. I don't want you to do them both. Okay, I just need you to know about CBT, and I need you to conduct a session that you would play as a therapist, your friend or family member, they're gonna play as a patient with a specific problem, and you're gonna like apply that scenario on them. So each step should be clarified and explained during the session. Your whole WebEx interview must have a script, like, thank you so much for coming here. Today we will talk about this and that, and so on. So you're gonna write down how patient feels in the beginning of the session. You're gonna write down the actual problem. You're gonna write down the CBT, ACT steps. You're gonna mention how the patient feel after the session. And at the end, you're gonna write a conclusion for that session. For example, how CBT can help individuals to have better life or address their own problems. So I already talked about all the options, and I'm hoping that you would understand them. Again, if you want to be very creative, the doors, they are open for you. If you want to do the minimum, again, the doors are open for you as well, because like you can go for option 4, it's just very easy peasy. So, I mean, it's not a burden. But all the options, all of them, they must have a 2-minute video uploaded in TikTok and YouTube. You're gonna actually submit the link on iCollege in case I couldn't find your video on TikTok, or in case your TikTok is private, your YouTube is private. I need the link for myself to just check it. You must tag me and follow below hashtags. I'm giving you like literally copy and paste it at the end of your video for each platform. This is my YouTube handle. You already have it because you are watching this video, and this is my TikTok, okay? And this is just only for the class. I mean, I wouldn't put my personal TikTok here, so you have to look me up. I don't have any other account, to be honest, but yeah. The video, it does have some criteria. It should have a preview page, a page mentioning the project's name, your name, the course, professor's name, and semester. This is an example. For example, option 3, this is your name, this is my name, and this is the semester. All you need to do, copying and pasting that for your preview page, and you are good to go. Here I put down 6 options for you from my previous students from developmental side. You can just check them and just understand what I mean by 2 minutes video. It's just very fun. So far, everyone, they love the project. I mean, not gonna lie, there are always some students, they don't like it. But I would say just get out of your comfort zone, right? You already took my course, and you know that I'm not a typical instructor at GSU. I'm trying to just make course very interactive. So just embrace that opportunity and see how it goes. You might be like very creative with social media. And since you were just kind of resistant, you never gave yourself a chance to just try it. And now it is the time. So just check the videos. I thought it's just 6. Apparently it's just 5. But if you would just search my name, like hashtag Armita Gopadi, you can just see my previous students' work from maybe more than 6 semesters so far, because we are doing that on and on every semester. So you can just see a lot of fun videos. Just have fun. So you're gonna write an essay based on the project. It's gonna be 250 words. It must follow APA 7s. I already mentioned that. Your documentation, you can just see like this criteria and just let me know if you have any questions. Here is the most important part. It is about grading. You already know that your final project is just 25% of your final grade. So basically, if you wouldn't submit your final project, you cannot pass the course. I'm telling you, because 5% of your final grade is going to be your class participation. And if you cannot, or if you would not, or if you wish not submit final project, you cannot get that grade as well. I was just very, very clear in the beginning about what class participation mean. So it is mandatory for this course. Given that I don't have any exam, I want you to do your best for final project. And I can understand your best might be different from another student, probably better, probably not better, but I don't care. I only care about you and your progress. So don't get disappointed if you are seeing some crazy videos out there. I wouldn't compare you with anyone else but you. Just I ensure you about that. So 11% of the videos, 11% of the final grade out of like 25%, it's gonna be just uploading the videos in both platforms. 8% of that is gonna be following APA 7s for your project write-up. 6% is gonna be documentation, and I already talked about them. But if you have any question, you can just always ask me. Here is a breakdown for your videos. I already talked about tagging me, preview page, very important, because someone, if they are just accidentally checking your videos, they have to just know what is the project about. So you have to have a preview page. Addressing the problem, very important. Talking about the procedure clearly, like you should just make science understandable for everyone. So don't use crazy terminology unless it is necessary. So just try to be understandable for everyone. Hey, for example, this is CBT. It has like 4 steps. I'm applying CBT here because I feel like it is very related for minor problem like stress and anxiety and so on. Having a conclusion and results section is very important. I applied CBT and I feel like it actually improved the situation because of the research behind that. For example, you can just say that. But I feel like I could just I could have applied, for example, this and that as well, because it could just improve the result. And hashtag, they're gonna be 1%. Again, be creative because they're gonna be extra credits up to 5 points for students who will be extremely creative. So just be one of them, because if you would just be creative, you can cover a bad grade from your quizzes or your discussion posts or whatever you prefer. So writing, I already mentioned APA 7s and free of typos, and clarity is very important. Documentation, journaling every day, it's gonna be 3%, and screenshots, they're gonna be very important too. So for your documentation, you have to just submit 2, which gonna be journaling, also screenshots from the app or from the Visa app or from your VR. I just need some sneak peeks of that. And for the WebEx one, you have to just submit the link for me, like the whole session, because I want to check them. Very common questions that I'm getting every semester from my student. If you do not want to show your face, that is fine. I mean, I respect privacy for people, so it's not very important to me, but I thought having a face talking about this gonna be very interesting, because like I noticed that the videos that I'm uploading and I'm showing myself gonna get more engagement and better grades for you guys, comparing to the videos that my hair is just very messy and I'm turning off the camera, to be honest. Or I'm grumpy, so I don't feel comfortable to just show my face. I mean, I feel you. I'm also a human. So, but I would suggest you to show your face to just make the video interesting. But if you don't want to do that, that is fine with me. You are all beautiful, I know that, but you can just create a PowerPoint and go through the PowerPoint just showing the slides. And like I would say 4 pages, 3 pages, it's gonna be enough. Just a preview, what you have done and the result. You are good to go and you wouldn't lose any point. If you do not want to use your voice, that is fine. If you would just check some of the videos, you can just see that there are some students, they didn't talk at all during their videos, or they use auto-generated voices for their videos. And it's okay. If you would just check TikTok, you can just see there is an option for doing that. Just do the video on TikTok first, upload the same video on YouTube. You don't need to create 2 different videos. No, no, no. You are good with just one, but just you're gonna submit that in 2 platforms. What else? If you do not feel comfortable about uploading your video with your real account, just make a fake one and upload it. That is fine. Or if you have like any other problem, just email me directly. Don't inhibit yourself. We already talked about that. Whenever we are doing inhibiting about a problem inside of ourselves, we're gonna get anxiety. So don't do that to yourself. If you have a problem with social media, or if you do have another solution for doing the final project without violating your privacy, just email me. We can talk, we can have a meeting, or I can just answer you via email and we can just find a solution. Seriously, I mean, I would say there is not a problem for me or in my classes that we couldn't resolve together. So just chill. It's going to be a chill project and it's going to help you a lot to just graduate with an A+ from this course. Look at this that way. Seriously, just 10 times better than taking an exam. Exams, they are not good. We don't like exams, but we do like final projects. Remember, be creative, get out of your comfort zone, because it's good. You're gonna see a lot of challenges in your life. Just get ready for that. And believe in yourself, your creativity, it doesn't have any limitation, and you do have a lot of potential in yourself. And I trust you a lot, seriously. Like every time I'm checking final projects video, I'm getting amazed by students' creativity. And I'm like, okay, how they could do that? It's insanity, seriously. And I'm very excited for this course as well. So like I said in the beginning, I'm gonna upload the videos of final project a bit early because of that one concern that I got from my student. I respect that. So you're gonna see the video by uploaded on iCollege by this time, but they're gonna be a dedicated week for this lecture, which gonna be started by April 1st. And you're gonna like the due date for and they're gonna be a quiz on Sunday of this date. Okay, I guess it's gonna be 7th probably, or maybe another time, but check your syllabus. I'm not good with dates. I have to just record everything on my calendar. Do that as well. But the due date or final submission for the project gonna be April 14th. So mark that on your calendar, because I wouldn't accept any late submission. Okay, because you do have 2 weeks, like 2 whole weeks without anything, any new lecture, for just doing this project in the best way possible, because I love this project and I feel like it can help you a lot to just understand health psychology, and I guess it can enhance your grade a lot. And I'm giving you enough time for doing that. So please just use that wisely. Don't postpone the project until the last minute, because you're gonna lose like probably 25% of your final grade plus your class participation. So that is all, guys, about final project lecture. I'm very excited about that. And I want you to check the material, the PowerPoint first, then get back to me with whatever question that you might have, or the loop that you find from the project that I didn't address. So probably I can actually think about them and I can find a solution for the whole class, okay? So don't be stressed for that. It's a fun project and I'm here to help you. So just enjoy the project and enjoy your week. Thank you so much. Bye.